Fuck yeah! So either way, boys, finally got myself some alcohol to go ahead and do this, because we're here for 20 goddamn minutes. So let's go ahead and make the most of it, shall we? So hey, Conqueror, Lilias, Choux, and Kayron. Boy howdy, I love seeing me a Kayron on defense because it makes me think of just how shitty Kane is. But either way, we're not here to shit on Kane. We're going to go ahead and fight this team. So what's probably the easiest thing that I really could have thought of is, one, Shadow Knight Pyllis, she going ahead and she provokes the Conqueror Lilias to go into her. The Choux's going to then also attempt to go into her the most, because we should realistically have the most HP on our Rule of Light as well, so that she's not a target. And then the Kayron is pretty much going to be going willy-nilly with all of these goddamn counterattacks. Seriously, I lost count of the sheer amount of times this fuck even attacks us. Like, I completely lost count. But with Roana on the field, we straight up don't even really feel anything. In fact, we kind of played this to our advantage because I wanted to get some counterattacks, because with those counterattacks, I was then able to be attacked by a unit on my Shadow Knight Pyllis 4 times. What happens whenever you're attacked 4 times? Well, you gain 4 stacks of will. And when you gain 4 stacks of will, not only giving yourself a metric fucking shitload of defense, you also give yourself def buff for the entire fucking team. Which is pretty fucking lit. But you all are probably wondering and looking at this as like, well, wait a minute, so why exactly did you bring Rule of Light to this? Well, I do have one particular reason as to why. The reason why Rule is even here at all is just because Kayron actually does invoke a little bit of fear into me. And I also do respect people who put Kayron on their defenses. He's either going to be like some kind of like ER unit that's going to be really, really hard to actually hit, and he just does consistent damage, or you might end up getting yourself that one really rare Giga Chad who uses Kayron, who has the stats of a thermonuclear fucking bomb. This happened to me once before, where a Kayron went into my Roana with no attack buff and did like somewhere in the range of like 14k or some shit. Which, that's fucking terrifying. But it's either way. We weren't really dealing with anything absolutely crazy or really, really exceptional in that regard when it came to fighting Kayron here. He was kind of a standard one that you would expect. Hey, probably like 100 F-res, shit like that. So we just really kind of take our time. We'll go through it. We'll eventually hit him. We'll eventually kill him because, like, as far as I'm concerned, Kayron isn't really too much of a threat on the team because he doesn't have any form of innate, like, lifesteal that's on him. As soon as you deplete him once, he has immortality for like 1 turn, does 1 more really big hit, but he doesn't gain any HP off of that, and he's at 1 HP for the rest of the fucking fight. So you take him out, you're good to go. And then also, we decide to just go for Conqueror Lilias here. She's really not going to be much of a threat. Going to go into Shadow Knight Pyllis, going to drag Choux. Choux's going to do literally nothing. We're going to skip ahead several turns here as well, because we don't really even need to see the rest of this. We'll just kill the Choux outright. Oh boy! We're done! Hooray. So now we have a wonderful Ran team. So hey, we have Ran, Senya, and Mercedes. Oh joy. I love this team so much, especially because you're going to see the Ran do the Forbidden Technique. Yeah, that was a good old RNL Ran. So I normally like to try and fight Ran with Ocean Breeze Luluca, Abyssal Yufine, and then also Elena. It's kind of effective. The only thing is, I'm probably going to reconsider bringing Ocean Breeze Luluca because it feels like Ocean Breeze Luluca isn't really that useful into this situation, because if you get 2311'd, you have a green unit there, he has a chance of going into your Elena, but then he also is going to go into your Abyssal Yufine really hard, so you could be taking 2 essential hits into your Abyssal Yufine, that is 2 death breaks. That's really, really bad. You could essentially be fucking dead. And you definitely don't want that to happen. So, with that, we decided to go ahead and fight this team, and sorry about all the oh-so-wonderful noise in the background. Happy in-laws decided to bring the animals. Hooray! I love that shit. But either way, we were happy. We just so happened to do enough damage with our counterattacks from Abyssal Yufine. We kill all the other squishy shit, and, well, all that's left is Senya. So with that, dead. Yay! Abyssal Yufine, the best. Oh, goody. So here is actually somewhat of a pretty interesting and fun fight. So, Conqueror Lilias, Mercedes, and Landy. So, I'm going to go ahead and attack this pretty much with some Moon Bunny shenanigans, along with Benimaru and also Milim. So, why did I pick this particular team? It pretty much is strictly tailored to punish extra turn shenanigans. Case in point, we pretty much got a completely uncontested, really strong-ass hit onto this whole team, and now, oh no, the Landy's gonna retaliate with an S3. It's gonna hurt really, really bad. Well, thankfully for us, we have a free skill null. Woo, boy. This shit feels all kinds of fair, don't it? So, one other thing as well is the Landy did not maintain any stealth from Guiding Light, so we'll just go into her, do a shitload of damage, did not expect to kill, but because we soul burn, we get the extra turn anyway. Then we'll use our S3 to just go into the Mercedes. Shazam! She is fucking dead. And now all you have left is Conqueror Lilias. Boy howdy, I sure wish I had another really great artifact on my Benimaru, like say Benimaru's Taichi that I could summon from the custom summons event, but we can't fucking do that. Shit sucks. But either way, now on to probably the most annoying fight of the entire bunch. So anytime I have to fight Winter is a huge pain in my ass. I hate fighting this unit. So with Winter, along with Senya, and with the Savior Adin, my general strategy is usually going to resolve around, okay, who can I funnel attacks into, and then who can I punish, like, accordingly. Now, because Savior Adin is there, I then decide to take the Dark Corvus route, because I don't have a lot of really great Dark Bait kind of units that can tank a single solitary hit safely from a Savior Adin. Because from Savior Adin, you have a very, very, very damn good chance of her being on Sword of Cycling Seasons and doing a metric fucking shitload of damage to your Dark unit. Now, one thing where I did make a small mistake here is that I brought Doris with me. Doris isn't actually all that useful in this situation. You'll see whenever the shenanigans actually arise. But like right here, currently everything is actually going according to plan. Sure, we're still being provoke locked by the Senya because, you know, life fucking sucks. But we are able to go ahead and take this opportunity. We'll use the S3 on Yulha. We'll go into the Savior Adin and Shazams. That bitch is dead. Now, we've also been provoking the Winter quite a little bit with a lot of our additional, like, you know, non-attack skills. So now, Yulha's taking a lot of damage. Now, I look at this and I get a little bit greedy, because I think it was right here, I think, oh yeah, Dark Corvus is totally going to be able to beat this, because one, we're not going to deal with any Winter shenanigans, and we didn't win that race. So because we didn't win that race, and because this Senya is bizarrely built, because usually Senyas are either on like massive F or they're on massive F-res, I think this one is actually on attack. I actually really do firmly believe that this Senya is on attack. The reason why I think that, either I'm getting obscenely lucky and every single hit that went into my Doris did not result in any debuffs whatsoever, or this one is actually on attack. Because basically, the Dark Corvus and the Senya are in this eternal, like, locking battle of just trying to, like, just trying to provoke each other. Now, right here is where I made my mistake. I got really, really greedy at this moment because I wanted to just bring, like, you know, Yulha's HP back up, because I thought I would be able to just, you know, go through this and we wouldn't be in this super perma provoke lock battle with Dark Corvus and Senya. Unfortunately, that is actually what happened. So now we've taken an absurd amount of damage on our Yulha, and a single S1 from Winter was able to kill her. So right here, we're actually in a really, really, really bad state. So we can't heal, because we're going to proc the Winter to then just go in and murder a unit, so we have to actually just wait it out. I check multiple times to see if I can even heal, and the only options that I even have is I have to use the Doris S3 to go into Dark Corvus so he can hopefully lap this Senya, and then so I can kill it. Now, the problem with this is I'm already weighing my options, and it's pretty much a matter of, because I wasn't able to get any of these kills on Senya early, now I have to kill the Senya, and I have to sacrifice yet another unit. So, thankfully, we had the ER on our Doris that was necessary so that we don't get absolutely fucking raffle stomped by some fucking debuff shenanigans. And right here, we're able to just move Dark Corvus up, and now we can actually kill the Senya. Unfortunately, this also opens Doris up to pretty much be deleted by the Winter, because Winter at this point has maximum stacks on her S3, and I think she's going to do an additional, like, what, 20k or some shit? Let's take a quick look. Yeah. It's really depressing. But the good news is, Dark Corvus just so happens to be immune to stun. And Winters are all built with 100% crit. So, Shazam! We already have max Devil's Descent. Boy, it sure would have been nice if we were able to get her to hit Dark Corvus earlier or anything like that. Whatever, we happen to get the win. We're fucking retarded. We could have probably avoided a lot of this shit if we just brought Angelic Montmorency instead of Doris. But hey, whatever, what can you do? So now, we're fighting good old Conqueror Lilias, a Briar Witch Iseria, and an ae-KARINA. So, like, this is one of the things where I'm already just starting to really feel kind of weird, because I'm so used to fighting so much other, like, meta shit, that whenever I start fighting weird things, I then just start doing really, really bad things. But either way, we'll go on ahead and we'll talk about the team here. I brought Shuna strictly for the fact that ae-KARINA is going to be going into her. We have enough F-Res to where we're not going to get utterly hosed by the ae-KARINA. And I brought Fallen CC simply for the damage mitigation. Like, she's just damage sharing with Aureus, because I'm more than likely not going to get any barriers off because of, one, the opening turn from Briar Witch, and also just from the unbuffable, and it's just pretty unfortunate. However, if my Lionheart Cermia was a little bit better, we would already have, like, the hit on this Briar Witch, but hey, thankfully for us, we get an extra turn for our S3, so we're able to go into her. Now we've initiated Witch's Curse, and no F-Res. Bam. So now she's asleep. However, she has Guiding Light. So because of that Guiding Light proccing right then and there, this forces my hand, and I have to use the S3. I really wish I did not have to use the S3, because Fallen CC sure didn't take any of the advantages of that S3, but hey, we were able to kill her. So now Briar Witch is gone. All we have left that's really a threat is going to be the ae-KARINA. Now, some of you who are also astute in the audience would probably realize, why in the fuck are you not, like, using something like, say, oh, I don't know, Shadow Knight Pyllis or any other dark unit that you've, like, already used? Guys, I've got crippling autism. I don't really know what else to tell you. I decided to try and use 18 units again because I am retarded. But that's really the only excuse I even have for you. I was bored. I decided, hey, I have a lot of units built. Let's actually try to have some fun with Guild War. But the one thing that does need to be done, at least somewhat soon in the future, is we need to put Lionheart Cermia on a destruction set, and then we also need to give her Golden Rose, because that's the new meta Lionheart Cermia build. Fuck lifesteal, you don't need that shit. You just need to do as much damage as humanly possible, and quite frankly, I kind of agree with it. But this is where things really kind of, like, just suck. I'm going to win, but I was trying to prevent Fallen CC from dying in any way possible. However, it's just like ae-KARINA and her extra damage, and just the fact that, like, Rocket Punch is just one of the stupidest fucking artifacts I think in existence. Boy, it'd sure be really fucking nice if, you know, there was a custom summon event and we could put limited heroes like collab units into that summoning event, and then we could summon for them. But we can't fucking do that. So, shit sucks. But either way, now that we've dealt with, like, all the other threats that are really on the field, all we have left is ae-KARINA, and it's really just a matter of time, because all she's going to do is go into Shuna. Shuna has enough HP, Shuna has enough F-Res, Shuna has the ability to sleep, which, straight up, get ready for that soon, boys, because we're going to be getting the sleep buff soon, which means that things like Death Dealer Ray, Shuna, Fumir, probably going to be shitting on Savior Adin pretty hard in the near future, which I am very much looking forward to doing that. But we'll deal with it. when we deal with it. And finally, one last hurrah. We have a Midnight Gala Lilias, we have Destina, and then we also have Ahmed. Now, we're going into a Lilias, Senya, and a Choux. So, I don't normally see this team all that often, especially because a lot of the time, you just see really, really weird shit. Like, anytime I see Lilias and Senya in the same team together, I always assume that it's going to be speed-tuned to where the Senya is going to go first, get herself greater attack buff, and then, like, the Lilias is going to cleave you. Very rarely that actually ends up happening. That only seems to happen in Lilias-Rand Senya teams. Whatever, don't know, don't really care on that front. But either way, luckily for us, the Choux that we just pretty much one-tapped with the Midnight Gala Lilias just so happened to have enough HP, which, could you even fucking believe it, that you can run into a situation of a Choux not having enough HP and then your Midnight Gala Lilias is fucking useless and you're not able to kill. Now, this was one thing I didn't take much of like a consideration for, is the fact that Lilias can bring in a unit. She'll then go into Midnight Gala Lilias, and then she'll also bring in Senya, who does additional damage because of her artifact, Spear of a New Dawn, and Shazam, you are essentially insta-dead. However, I'm not too worried about this, because we have two Soul Weavers here, one of them being really fucking fast and can also apply a skill null on every single person in the party. Boy, feels fucking bad, doesn't it, Fallen CC? How you got power crept by some fucking speed garbage. But either way, all we have to do now is we just had to turn, manipulate her turn enough to the point where we can get Destina up just high enough and nobody else on the team, because we revive Midnight Gala Lilias already at like 91 CR. And with that being said, we go ahead and just kill the Senya. So now the Senya's dead, and all you have left is Lilias. And thankfully for us, we were able to kill this Senya before this Lilias was ever going to get the opportunity to use her S3 with a crit damage buff, as well as a Senya having, Gab and shit. Thankfully, that didn't happen. But either way, we happened to land that S3 with the Midnight Gala Lilias onto Lilias, and we did so much damage that even a missed S1 was enough to kill, and boys, we're done! Oh man. Don't you just feel so special? So, either way, this was actually like a somewhat fun Guild War to do. I'm actually really looking forward to probably Friday when I decide to actually try and use Famir. Maybe I'll find somewhere to use her on Wednesday. I don't know. You just never know what the hell you're going to get. The only reason why I'm still not wanting to use Famir is just because, we're 1 day away from, the sleep buff from hitting. And then when the sleep buff hits, it's just well, why the fuck wouldn't I just use Famir whenever she's going to be at, her maximum potential, And then also, at the same time, I definitely really want to give Death Dealer Ray a shot. But, of course, I haven't been able to farm any of the fucking gear that I need. Because, life is just awesome like that. But, I don't know. We'll see how everything works out on Wednesday. I mean, yeah, I'm going to do Guild War on Wednesday, but because, hey, life just happens to get in the way a lot of the times, we're not going to be playing Guild War after the buffs. We're going to be playing Guild War before the buffs, which makes it so fun. And you know what? Going ahead and disregard everything that I'm saying if I'm not even correct on when the buffs are even gonna hit. Hey, I've already had a fair amount of rum already, and quite frankly, I ain't good with dates. Yo guys, did you know that this is Thanksgiving week? And quite frankly, I just don't give a shit. I already have a whole lot of work to do in IRL anyway. But either way, that is one other thing that I did want to go ahead and tell everybody as well. Hey, it's American Thanksgiving this week, so make sure you guys go ahead and spend a lot of lovely time with your families. Go ahead and let me know in the comments if you got anything in particular that's special you're going to be cooking. In fact, most of the evening that we spent today, we spent it making sausage balls, and then we also experimented with it and made sausage waffles. It was delicious. But yeah, feel free to go ahead and let me know. I'd much rather hear about that than any Epic 7 horse shit, because quite frankly, we don't really have anything happening right now. So we'll see whenever some real content rolls around, and then we can talk Epic 7 shenanigans again. But hey, boys, if you liked what you saw and you want to see more of it, go on ahead and hit subscribe, and also hit that like button. Makes me feel good. Bye.